Hello everybody, it's Maikito. I hope everybody's having a good day. Has had a good day so far. The robe is back. I said in the last video, we might have a bad day or two, but we're always going to come back strong. Obviously, we did great, but I won't go over the picks now. I always go over them at the end of the video. But when it comes to tomorrow's slate, I believe Monday slate, it's a very small slate, and usually I don't have any videos, but I always go through and look just in case there's enough to make a video, and I did find some enough to make a video. Likely won't have any added plays, but as always, if I do have any, they will be in the pinned comment. Could be later tonight or tomorrow before the game start, and stuff like that. So not gonna waste any time, shouldn't be that big of a video. And the first play is Robert Lewandowski to go under 2 shots on target, playing at home for Barcelona, going up against Vallecano. He could maybe get 2, but this is a play where I do not see him getting 3. He hasn't gone over this mark, aka got 3+ in the league in 19 out of 22 games. That's an 86% hit rate. And if you look at Vallecano's weaknesses, they're skillers, going like defending skillers, allowing long shots, and just allowing counterattacks. First of all, he's not a skiller. Yeah, he's a good dribbler in the sense that he can control the ball, but he's not the type of person to go one-on-one against an opposing player and like try to dribble past them. So that's not him. And then he doesn't take that many long shots. I believe he's taken 13 from outside the box, and even then from those 13, only 3 of those have been on target anyways. So he doesn't even take them often. And then the counterattack threats for Barcelona this season have been Rafinha and Lamine Yamal, because Lewandowski, it's not like he's a quick player. He's a player that when he gets the ball, if he's getting pressured and stuff like that, he'll pass it back out. So like Vallecano's weaknesses is not the way that he himself plays. He played him once this season, played him twice last season, and he went under in all 3 games. It's not like he pushed and had 2. He went under him. He didn't even get 2. He had 0 earlier this season, and then 1 in each of the games last season. So again, he hasn't even had 2 and pushed in the last 3. And it's not like he's a wild shooter. He shoots with the purpose. He's not going to just shoot just to shoot. He shoots when he thinks he has a good opportunity. And because Vallecano's an aggressive team, again, like I said, he'll either pass the ball when he's under pressure or he'll shoot it, but it's very likely to get blocked. Like I said, even in those games where he had those shots, I believe he might even had maybe like 3-4 shots throughout all the games, and a lot of them have got blocked or just haven't been on target. So I just don't see him getting 3 on target. So I like Lewandowski to go under 2 shots on target. And then the second play that I found that I like is actually his teammate. So you can't parlay these together unless you add another one, but the ones that I found just happen to be teammates. And it's Cubarsí to go higher than 2.5 clearances, playing at home again for Barcelona, going against Vallecano. Oh, he has only gone over this mark in 8 out of 20 games, which is a 40% hit rate, which might not look great on paper. You have to just look at the games and why he's gone under. If you just look at that, you don't see the full story. In those games, they were down in 4 of those, so obviously when they're down, they control position. They're the ones attacking. They're not the ones defending, so he's not going to get many opportunities there. And if you look at pretty much all the games that he's played in which he has gone under, in which they've been up, was against Celta Vigo, who allowed the 4th least clearances, Espanyol, the 3rd least clearances, Real Madrid, the 5th least, Sevilla, the 8th least, Villarreal, the 6th least, and Valladolid, the 2nd least. So if they're, first of all, he only goes under when either 1, they're down, or 2, when they are up, they're playing against opponents that don't allow clearances and just aren't the type of team to give clearances to opponents because of the way they play. But now they're playing a game where they should not go down, first of all. And second of all, Vallecano allowed the 6th most clearances to opponents. And this is evident from the first game because he actually went over in that game in which 1, they were up, and 2, because they were playing a team that has a lot of clearances, he went over with 4. We just need 3. And Vallecano are a team that like to cross the ball a lot, which means good opportunities. And just because they cross the ball a lot, Vallecano are actually not a good aerial present team. They're not good in the air. So even though they cross the ball a lot, they don't really seem to do anything with it, which is just good opportunities for Cubarsí to get those clearances. And again, because Barca is going to be up, or very likely to be up, Vallecano's going to have a little more possession, more opportunities to attack. And again, it happened in the first game. I think it's just a good line and a good matchup. So I like this line. I like Cubarsí to go higher than 2.5 clearances. Before I get into my money line play, as always, if you guys please could like the video, comment as well. It helps boost the video out to more people, whether supporting the channel, just showing some love, asking a question. I read all the comments. I really do appreciate you guys. And then if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, turn on notifications if you consider it, and if you want to support the channel just a little more and get the videos out early before they go out public. I do have the membership linked in the description. I don't hide any picks or anything. It's just for those that again either want to support the channel or get the videos and picks out early before everybody else. And then all my links to everything player prop wise, data app wise, moneyline wise, all linked in the description. So I really want to thank anybody who supports me in any way. But like I said, I have one moneyline slip, and for -109, and the first one is the Barcelona first half 3 moneyline going up against Vallecano. Barca always like to start strong and have actually been better on both attack and defense in the first half at home compared to the second half. In the first half at home, they have scored 17 and conceded only 2, while in the second half, they have scored 11, much less goals, and conceded 7, which is conceded much more goals in 10 games. So they scored 1.7 goals at home in the first half, and they've only conceded 2. And I like that, especially their defense is much better in the first half because Vallecano have only scored 4 goals in 12 away games in the first half. So I do not see Vallecano scoring. So if you want to, I guess, maybe play a little safer, you could take instead of this, you could take Vallecano to not score in the first half. But I just think this is whether or not Barcelona score, and I believe they will. They're a very clinical team. They have converted 42% of the shots off target that they've taken, and besides, they're fully healthy in attack. They're really their own real major injury is Ter Stegen, which is their goalkeeper. But again, we're not worried about that. We're worried about their attack. They have a fully healthy attack, so there's no reason why they can't score against Vallecano. And because Vallecano is an aggressive team, they can give set pieces to Barcelona, and Barcelona can easily score from set pieces. And the reason why they're an aggressive team is because they struggle to defend skillers, so they automatically just try to foul them. And with Yamal and Rafinha there, they will get those opportunities as well. Again, we just need them to score, and Barcelona is gonna play strong and start strong, especially this game, because if they win this game, they will be first place in the league. I believe they'll be tied in points with Real Madrid, but because they have a much better goal difference, they'll move up to first. So this is a must-win game for Barcelona, and because they don't have to worry about the Champions League, they don't have to worry about holding back, they don't have to worry about resting players, so they will have a full force attack. They need to start strong, and I see them starting strong here. So I like this. I like the Barcelona first half 3 money line going up against Vallecano. And then the second play that I found that I like to add on to this is Venezia plus 1.5 going up against Genoa, which just means that they will not lose by 2 or more goals. I can easily see this being a game where Venezia can hold them off and draw the game. Maybe they lose, but I do not see them losing by 2. First of all, they won the first game 2-0 at home for a reason. They play good against Genoa, and this prop has actually hit in Venezia's last 10 games straight. They have not lost by more than 2. In those 10 games, first of all, they've only lost 4 of those, and in those, they've only lost by 1, and it was against very tough opponents like Roma, Inter Milan, and Napoli. And now they're playing Genoa, who have only scored 12 goals and conceded 16 and 12 at home. So it's not like they're playing a great team or anything. So and besides, Venezia don't have barely any injuries at all. They're pretty much fully healthy, while Genoa, on the other hand, are missing Badeus, Thorsby, and Malinowski, all defensive and playmaking losses. So they're already going to be struggling in the attack, and Venezia is going to have good opportunities to go out there and score against them. Besides, Genoa is not a clinical team at all and have only converted 27% of shots on target, while an average team converts around 33%. They are not a clinical team, which means they do not convert their chances, which is good for us. And Venezia need a result because they are trying to avoid relegation. And a team like Genoa, they can confidently believe that they can get a result against a team like Genoa that they already beat in the first game. So I just don't see them losing by 2. They might not even lose at all. They could easily draw or even win. I just do not see them losing by 2, and I think you're getting good value here. Besides, if Venezia score, which I think could be likely, Genoa would have to score 3 goals. I don't even see them scoring more than 1. So I like this play. I like Venezia plus 1.5 going up against Genoa. And you can get this set from -109. Thank you everybody for watching. Quickly going over last video's picks. Like I mentioned, we had a great day. We swept the player props. I believe we had 3 in the video, and I added 1, and we hit all of those. We had Omar El Hilali higher than 3 tackles. I believe we hit that by the first half. That was easy. Ekitike, he had a penalty. He missed it, but it was on target. He hit for us. That was pretty easy. And then Moledo was a little bit sweaty. because he had no shots going into the first half, but he came through at the end because they were down. He had to shoot. He stayed in the game. So he hit for us, and then we had Varela to take a shot. Once I saw that line, I knew that was a steal, regardless of who they were playing. So I took that, edited it under pinned comment, and that hit for us as well. So we went 4-0 when it came to the player props. So that was fantastic there. And then we went 1-1 on the on the money line. So close to sweeping those. We had the Udinese Empoli game to have a goal that hit, and then we had the Sevilla game to have at least 2 goals. Sevilla scored 4. That was easy. And then Tottenham didn't score more than 3. They only scored 1, I believe. And then Como did manage to score 2 against Fiorentina. So if they wouldn't have done that, we would have swept the whole day. But we still swept the player props 1-1 on money line. So we had a fantastic day. I knew a good day was due. Anytime we have bad days, like I mentioned before, we always come back strong. And hopefully with the small slate, we can do great tomorrow. Like I mentioned, if I have any edit placed, it will in the pinned comment. And then I do have the Discord, not a premium. If you want to join that great community I'm building over there. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.